The clerk has another House message.
Clerk of the House announced the House amended and passed in gross committee substitute for Senate Bill 575, authorizing crossbow hunting for disabled persons.
The message will be received. The Senator from Mingo.
Mr. President, I now move the Senate to amend the House amendment as relates to Senate Bill 575.
The Senator from Mingo moves that the Senate amend the House amendment as relates to Senate Bill 575. The clerk will read the amendment.
Senator Fanning moves to amend the House Delegates Amendment on page 1, section 5G.
The Senator from McDowell.
Mr. President, I have a little amendment as we pass
Senator
this
from
bill.
McDowell asks unanimous consent to be allowed to explain the amendment in lieu of having it read. Is there objection? Chair hears none. Senator from McDowell.
Thank you, Mr. President. As we started out with the crossbow bill from this side, we had it set up to where that we would have 2 seasons. The House saw fit under the Disabilities Act that we could have problems, so we put it all in one. We have it all in the archery season, and what this amendment does is says that we have a sunset provision for 2 years in which will expire 12/31/07 in order to track and see how the disabled and the bow hunters and all get along at the same time. I move the amendment.
Question is on the adoption of the amendment to the amendment. The Senator from Fayette.
Mr. President, I object to the amendment. This subject has been bounced from one legislative body to the other for the past 7 or 8 years. And Mr. President, we have the opportunity now to give these individuals, handicapped individuals, the same rights as everyone else has. And I'm talking about a small segment of our society. I'm speaking of paralyzed individuals in wheelchairs and other individuals who have one hand or one arm, who purchase a West Virginia hunting license for $25, and they're deprived of hunting their deer as some 350,000 others can do. Mr. President, without further elaboration, I urge this body to reject this amendment, pass this legislation in its present form sent over from the House, and give these individuals the same equal rights. And so we won't have to do battle with this particular subject again next year or the year after. Thank you, Mr. President.
Question is on the adoption of the amendment to the amendment. The Senator from McDowell.
Mr. President, this problem has been around for a number of years, and we have tried this year to give them an opportunity to pass a crossbow. And we had a good bill set up. There have been a lot of misinformation passed around. There have been a lot of discrepancies. We were trying to help these people. We can do it, but we want to monitor the thing and see that nobody gets hurt, and that's the purpose of the amendment. And I would ask for your support.
Question is on the adoption of the amendment. What purpose does the Senator from Fayette arise?
Mr. President, again, I'd like to reiterate on the Senator's statement. Individuals with one arm, one hand, sitting in a wheelchair, they don't have to be monitored too much. They're going to be off in a isolated place themselves, most likely, and their chances of getting a deer under the conditions that they're going to hunt are very, very remote. Anyone who has been in the woods, has hunted deer with a high-powered rifle, who's hunted deer with a curvature bow, has hunted deer with a compound bow, they know the score. They know what it is to get out and hunt with deer. These individuals, they just want this same privilege that any other hunter has. Let's don't deprive these people of that. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, let's pass this bill, reject this amendment, and pass this bill in the form it came over from the House and get on with other important business. Thank you, Mr. President.
Are there others desiring to speak? The Senator from Raleigh.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would the Natural Resources Chairman yield?
Will the Senator from McDowell yield? Senator yields.
Yes, sir.
Senator, I've heard you and the Senator from Fayette, and it appears to me that if I make a vote the wrong way, then I'm going to be voting against disabled people who want to hunt. How does that, what is the difference between what the Senator from Fayette is proposing and what you're proposing as it relates to handicapped individuals?
What I'm proposing, sir, that this has never taken place before. We're putting these disabled people in the same bow season with other about 110,000 bow hunters. We don't know how it's going to react. We don't know the problems. That's why we want to monitor the thing. And when in 2 years, we will come back and tweak it and make whatever adjustments we can.
Thank you. Mr. President, would the senator from Fayette yield?
Will the senator from Fayette yield? Senator yields.
Senator, would you care to respond to the same question I asked the senator from McDowell?
Let's put it this way, Senator. These same handicapped individuals can get a Q license, and they can go out into the woods during deer season, and they can sit on their lap with a high-powered 30-06, 243, 308, whatever, and they can hunt deer. And if one would think that a crossbow with a velocity of from 40 to 60 pounds is more dangerous than a 30-06 high-powered rifle, a 308 or a 243, then, well, it's a no-brainer. It speaks for itself, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
The question is on the amendment offered by the senator from McDowell to the House amendment. All those in favor will say aye. Opposed, no. The division's been demanded. All those in favor will please rise. Those opposed? The noes have it. I declare the amendment rejected. What purpose does the senator from Jackson arise?
Mr. President, a point of information. What do we do now? Does it automatically concur with the House amendment, and we're on passage, or?
Senator, there has to be a motion made for the Senate to concur in the House amendment.
Mr. President, I move we concur with the House amendment.
The senator from Jackson moves that the Senate concur in the House amendment as it relates to Senate Bill 575. All those in favor will say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. I declare the motion adopted. The question now before the Senate is, shall the bill pass? All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The clerk will prepare the machine.
And this is Senate Bill 575, a perennial issue at this legislature every year is crossbow hunting for disabled persons. And it appears now that the bill has finally passed and will be on its way to the governor's desk. Speaking of which, look at this, it's not even midnight yet. You can wait to come on. You're going to sign that pay raise bill?
Oh.
Ooh.
Which one's that?